Welcome to the Music with a Message series brought to you by the Seattle World Tour as part of our Winter Food Drive and Fundraiser. I'm Taylor Hart from Respect My Region, and today I am here with MistaDC.
Hey, in the band.
Yes, we got the full band, full-ish for this COVID setup, you know what I mean, right. About what we can have capacity-wise here. Right. So for those who haven't heard, don't know, if you guys could please introduce yourself and say what role you play in the band.
You can start, Andu.
I'm Andu. I work with MistaDC, and I play bass in the band, and I'm also a producer.
Fantastic.
I'm Jay Purcell, live drummer for MistaDC, doing some studio stuff lately a little bit. Writing wise.
Don't forget about Signal, bro.
Well, that's not in the band.
Hey, that's still a huge thing, though.
Absolutely, anyway, yeah.
But Dave, I also go by MistaDC, and I'm the singer, and that's pretty much where my role is here. I also try and direct where we go with the songs, but you know, we all have the masterminds together.
Absolutely. That's the best thing about it, is being a unit, you know?
Yeah.
Those
is that
are the
a bird
birds.
in here?
Yeah, I was like,
they're not in here with us, but yeah, it's like right outside. So.
Oh, that's dope, though.
I thought you guys were playing some ambient sound.
Yeah.
No, but it's really cool, right?
It is
really add to the jungle vibe.
It definitely does. It's added to many of the interviews so far. So.
That's dope. Oh, so it comes during the interviews.
I think they know. Mm-hmm.
That's wild.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
I was gonna say, those are some smart ass birds.
They're just like chilling, having dinner, and we're like interrupting them.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's been a crazy year, and so how have you guys been handling it? How have you been mentally, physically, all of that through this?
Lucky enough, been able to keep working and work on projects. Actually started a new project during lockdown called Signal. Now I'm shouting it out.
There we go.
SIGNL, it's an online radio station. We're also doing like a lot of video stuff and podcasting, you know, which has been challenging because obviously you want to create more content, but it's tough in these times.
Right.
But yeah, and then just personally, yeah, it's just weird. Just no one on the streets. Yeah. Can't go anywhere, can't really socialize. That's been sort of heavy, but it's sort of become a new normal now, I guess, like, because it's gone on for so long, like over a year. But you know, I think what saves me personally, mentally, is working on creative projects and kind of distracting myself with that stuff. Yeah.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
How have you been?
Yeah, I've been all right, you know. Mentally, I've been up and down. I feel like anybody, you know, it's been definitely a hard year, but you know, it is hard to like find any sort of motivation when you aren't able to really explore. And I'm a type of person that likes to use any motivation off of being able to travel and experience, you know. And with the lack of experience, it was kind of hard to truly tap into any sort of creative outlet that I really wanted to, like, fully. You know, and of course I'm always still creating, but the thing is like, I feel like as a creative, being stuck in your home can only do so much for you mentally. I feel like it can drive you crazy a little bit. And I don't know, I feed off of energy, and I feed off of being able to experience, like I said before, and that's kind of the thing that I've been lacking a little bit, and shit sucks. I really want to go back to being able to travel and go to like LA and shit like that. So yeah, that's where I've been. Yeah.
Have you been using it as a time to work on other things and work on yourself, or?
Yeah, I definitely been working a lot on myself and like kind of putting myself in different creative mediums, I guess. I was really exploring, and still am exploring, like sewing. So that's just been really fun and therapeutic in a way.
I have also been exploring sewing,
yeah.
So I'm right there with you. Yes,
see, it's fun. So you know how it is. It's fun.
Yeah.
Like it's truly, like I said, therapeutic in a way where you can sit there and like find a piece of fabric, it doesn't even matter what it is, and just
Yeah.
like sit there and create it into something that you could wear or even just like gift somebody. I don't know, it's really dope. I made like a couple pillows and some shorts so
That's
far.
great.
So
Yeah.
I plan on making and a poncho. I was gonna wear it too, but I'm not like completely done with it. I didn't want to debut the poncho not full, you know? Like it wasn't ready for that.
Are we gonna see some like handmade merch now in the future?
You know, that is a possibility. That was something that I really want to do. I want to make sure that my sewing skills are on point first before I start like, yo, who's gonna buy it? But that was definitely something in my mind to like actually do in the future, because it's just fun to me. Like I feel like when you can actually, I mean, obviously they're gonna be like one-off pieces or something like that, but I don't know, when someone could like wear something that is uniquely made by the person I don't know, that's dope to me. I've been really like watching videos on people sewing and like doing their own merch and stuff like that. And then
You ever watch Project Runway?
Nah, I should though.
You should.
Dope. I actually never thought about that. Yeah.
Absolutely, you should. It's like kind of reality tacky, corny, but it's great. But you learn a lot.
I've heard about it, of course, but I've never watched it. That's dope. I should actually watch it. Thank you.
It's been a great time to binge watch a lot of like classic shows
I'm
like
sure.
that. So I've done my fair share of watching.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
I've been playing a lot of video games too, low key.
Did you get the PS5?
I did get the PS5, and that shit is so nice. It's crispy. It's
Did you have to like plan of attack it, or did you like look out and get it on your first go?
Honestly, I lucked out. I mean, the shit sucked because at first, like, I was like sitting there in the shit, just waiting for it to like be in there, and as soon as I would be typing my information, that shit was sold out.
Right.
And I'm just like, yo, like, how the fuck do people do this shit so fast? But then I found out that they got bots, so it's just like, that makes sense. But I was lucky enough to have a homie, shout out Genki, to sell me one, and because he had one, so, or he had multiple of them, so yeah, it was fire. It's been really nice to I'm kind of like over the binge of it as much as I was like the first week of getting it, but I still find myself on Call of Duty right now, and it's nice. Or Apex. Yeah.
Have you been able to like link up with people virtually through the game and play with people?
Yeah, we've been playing a little bit. Our homie Keo Ken, we've been playing a little bit of Apex here and there. Some people from like back home and shit like that. But it's been a nice way to like communicate and be able to actually like catch up.
Yeah, I spent plenty of time playing Call of Duty in the high school days.
I think that's the last time I played Call of Duty, actually.
Oh my god, I spent hours playing Call of Duty back then. So and it was a lot of the times it was just to be in the lobby with a bunch of people and be able to talk to them when you couldn't physically be with them. You know what I mean? It was nice to be able to connect that way. So I can only imagine. I've been thankful enough to work this whole time, but Zoom and those types of things have been great for connecting with people that I don't get to see on the daily kind of a thing. So it's been nice. So do you think you're going to be exploring a little bit more creativity this year now that there's more talks of like the virus coming out?
Back? Let's hope that shit does not come back. Okay.
The vaccine coming out.
No, definitely. I mean, I've been always staying creative regardless. Like every day I'm in my little booth in my little area, either writing or just coming up with like little harmonies or melodies that I may find dope for a future song, or even just writing songs and stuff like that. So I'm always staying creative. I feel like when it comes to using my full potential the way that I had used to before COVID, obviously that's a whole different like conversation now, and it's just been obviously finding a new way of really expanding on that.
I mean, I've, like I said, been able to create a lot of projects during lockdown and a lot of different things, so involving different disciplines like kind of video editing and podcast recording and kind of promoting shows and getting into figuring out marketing and stuff like that. But music creation wise, it's been very quiet for me. I think I probably only played drums like twice last year.
Wow.
Getting rusty. I should get in the studio and actually rehearse, but I seem to only really play when I'm like have a project and I can rehearse or write something. But yeah, I do creative things every day, so.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that you're at the point where you would want to do a live stream performance?
I've definitely thought about it, and I feel like that would be super dope. I want to, I know it's something that I like talk to them about, but like, I feel like it would be super fun to do. Like I miss being in front of like a stage anyway, and I'm sure they do as well.
Right.
I'm speaking for them, I guess. I honestly, like anybody that's a creative, I feel like they understand like that feeling of just being in front of the stage and like seeing a crowd is something that any artist or band has been missing and lacking the last year. So, and it fucking sucks, but it looks like it might be the same way this year too.
Right.
Hopefully the shit speeds up and the process is quicker to the point where we can actually see that again. And hopefully there's no venues that are like just saying bye. You know, I hope we can actually have a venue for us to actually perform. But you know, I feel like doing live streams and doing anything like that might be the move. But I want to do it in a way where it's unique. You know, I want to do it where it speaks, like the setup speaks us. You know, it's not just I don't know. I don't want it just to be like, yo, here's live.
Like on a random stage somewhere, you know.
Right.
Yeah, I feel it.
I feel like the kind of house party idea might come back a little bit. Like, as things start to ease off, but venues might not be open yet. I feel like there might be more of an appetite for sort of underground shows, small gatherings of people kind of thing.
It's gonna be like the Fight Club of music.
Yeah, the Fight Club of music.
Like, yo, hey, I know this place, but don't tell nobody. I got this place for you.
I feel like it's gonna start with the speakeasies, you know?
Yeah,
we're gonna see a resurgence of it all over again, and then the end of the decade will be the Roaring 20s all over again, you know?
That'd be cool.
It's gonna be wild.
Yeah, it's gonna be
wild.
Bananas.
In the meantime, though, what we're dealing with now, and how crazy this pandemic has been, we're seeing a lot of wild things happening, and a lot of people who are on the verge of their whole world being turned upside down, you know, and a lot of people who it's already happened in the past year. And so it's nice to be able to come together like this and do things like the Seattle World Tour, and have us have a fundraiser and you know, try and raise awareness and resources for these underserved people. And so I just kind of wanted to check in with you guys and see if you guys had any thoughts on the matter of homelessness, in particular around King County and around our area. If there's any organizations you guys have worked with or know of, or just any thoughts you have on like how we can make things better, or steps we need to take as a society to make things better.
You know, honestly, I know that I need to do more research on like areas or platforms that we could be more helpful at. I know that I was talking to homie, I forget where he's at. I can't even see him. But like, we were just talking about how you guys are working with a lot of different areas and different outlets to, you know, donate to those. And it's really, you know, it's really shitty how many homeless are out here and the homelessness that is out here. But, you know, I remember we were having this conversation outside actually, just about how, you know, the city is more concerned about having like outdoor seating, but won't actually give like an area or, you know, like housing or anything like that for someone who doesn't have a home to live. You know, like what about the people that don't get to eat every day? Where are they gonna eat? Where or how are they gonna eat? You know, I feel like there's this weird stigma of like homelessness and them like being dirty, I guess, and like them not being able to really be there mentally. And I feel like nobody understands like their situation to the point where they're willing to like help. You know, I feel like it's more of just like a judgmental thing, and I feel like that's everywhere. But I feel like especially out here in Seattle, it's weird. Like I feel like people can be mad selfish, but I don't know.
For sure.
Yeah.
A lot of people do get treated like they're less than, like they're not a part of society. And I think it's definitely a big thing that I know I've talked about a lot with other people in this series and in my own life is the empathy towards them and just understanding them and what's happening to them and how close we all could be to that, you know. Most people aren't, you know, don't have enough in savings to be able to survive something like this pandemic, you know, let alone being like homeless or chronically homeless prior to. So, it's sad. It is sad how people treat them out here.
I feel like Seattle needs to do a better job at making sure that there are like an efficient outlet for anyone who is homeless or becoming homeless to actually really go to, other than homeless shelters. Maybe we need more of them, but the thing is I don't feel like it's kept up or provided as much as there's not enough space, you know. And like I don't know, I was like talking about this not too long ago, but like I feel like it'd be better if there was like a system where homeless people can like actually like go to like almost like in an apartment, but it's like a free living for them that is like kept up, but they also give them an opportunity to get on their feet, you know, and make sure that they are in the right position to go like be on their feet, you know, and like actually live a life day to day without having to worry about something like having a home or anything like that. And I don't know. I know that's like a tax thing, but fuck it, whatever. Like, I don't know. Like,
well, the amount of people that are out of work right now who could help step into the position of being an infrastructure of like, you know, helping with resources and whatnot, you know, that's a really easy thing for day-to-day people in the community to help guide somebody else to the resources. You know, most of us know how to use a computer, know how to find where these things are, and with like platforms like ours where we're helping raise awareness for it, you know, it gives a space where people can go to it and show, you know, here you can go sign up for these resources here. I think I would love to see like a transitional housing type situation be like all over the place like you're talking about, where they can come in and not worry about where they're having to stay and get the resources needed to help get back on their feet. And we see that in some places, but there's just not the power, the money, or anything, you know, the amount of workforce behind those places to make it happen on the scale that it needs to right now.
Unfortunately.
So yeah, what you're saying would be dope.
It would be crazy. It would be fire. Like it would put like a position of just being able to. I mean, it'd be so dope. Yeah, it'd be dope.
We had talked about on one of I was talking with Taylor Elizabeth about this, about tiny homes, and the idea of that is kind of the same thing, just providing a space for them to where they have somewhere to go back to, you know, and not have to worry about where they're staying, you know. So yeah, it would be great to see a surgence of people willing to take that on and deal with that, because a lot of people just don't want to help and don't want to out here. And like you were kind of mentioning, I see that a lot. They care about it, but I don't think that they know how to get involved. So, yeah. Well, any other final thoughts that you guys have, or anything else that you would like to mention?
Yeah, I should shout out the Artist Relief Fund.
Absolutely, yeah.
Did some help them. At the end of last year, we did a streaming festival called Shelter Fest that I kind of helped behind the scenes on, and that was like helping to raise money for out of work musicians and artists, and also restaurant owners. Yeah, that was Artist Relief Fund.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's dope. Yeah, shout out everybody surviving, honestly. Shout out everybody that is willing to mentally survive, physically survive, and just make it another day possible, you know.
Yeah, it's commendable, for sure. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My head alone. I'm so tired.